45 minutes per file, 50 files a month. That is 37 hours of your team's time gone just writing summaries. Every single month. If you work in title, escrow, or a real estate law boutique, this video is for you. Here is how AI is eliminating one of the biggest time drains in your practice. Here is what a typical file looks like before AI gets involved. A transaction opens, emails start flying, notes pile up across inboxes, sticky pads, and shared drives. By the time someone needs a clean file summary for a handoff or attorney review, piecing it all together is a serious time commitment. With AI, that same messy pile of inputs becomes a structured professional summary in under 2 minutes. Let's walk through the 4 tools that are changing how title and escrow teams handle file documentation, starting with one you can use right now for free. Your fastest starting point requires 0 new subscriptions. Open ChatGPT, paste your email thread or file notes, and use a prompt like this one. You are a real estate paralegal. Review the following email thread and file notes from a residential escrow transaction. Draft a clean, professional file summary, including parties involved, property address, key dates, outstanding issues, and next steps. A title company working through a complicated lien issue can paste the entire email chain, run that prompt, and have a polished summary ready in under 2 minutes. Same approach works for a 1031 exchange handoff between staff members. Teams using ChatGPT prompts for file summaries are reclaiming up to 80% of the time they previously spent on documentation. That is not a small efficiency gain. That is hours back every single day. For teams managing 30 to 50 active files at once, Notion AI takes this further. You build a transaction database where every file has its own page. Staff paste email content and notes directly into the file page, and Notion AI summarizes it with a single click. When a file gets handed off from one escrow officer to another, the incoming officer opens the page, clicks Summarize, and gets a full briefing in seconds. No more hunting through inboxes. No more catching up phone calls. And because you can save custom AI prompt templates, your summary format stays consistent across every file and every team member. Here is a problem. Notion does not solve. Not everything in a real estate transaction gets written down. Critical details live in phone calls, client meetings, and attorney consultations. Otter AI captures those verbal conversations and turns them into searchable summarized transcripts automatically. An attorney finishing a client call about a boundary dispute on a commercial property does not need to type a memo afterward. Otter already transcribed the call, flagged the action items, and generated a summary ready to drop into the file. Now let's talk about the tool built specifically for law firms doing serious transaction volume. For real estate law boutiques handling high-volume closings or complex commercial transactions, Harvey AI is the top-tier option. Trusted by more than 74,000 lawyers across 700 organizations worldwide, Harvey is purpose-built for legal workflows. It can ingest an entire matter file, email threads, title commitments, purchase contracts, file notes, all of it, and produce a structured attorney-quality summary. It understands legal terminology, maintains confidentiality standards, and generates outputs ready for the file or for client review with minimal editing. A paralegal who previously spent an hour summarizing a 60-email commercial closing thread can hand that task to Harvey and get back a polished summary in minutes. Here's how the 4 tools stack up across the dimensions that matter most for your practice. The rollout does not have to be complicated. Week 1, you start using a ChatGPT prompt on your very next handoff summary. Weeks 2 through 4, you set up a Notion workspace for active files and enable Notion AI for one-click summaries. Month 2, you add Otter AI so verbal notes from calls and client meetings stop falling through the cracks. If you run a boutique law firm with significant transaction volume, that is when you evaluate Harvey AI for a full legal-grade solution. Most practices are seeing meaningful time savings within 30 days of starting step 1. The math on this is compelling. 37 hours saved per month. 440 hours saved per year. That is 11 full work weeks handed back to your team. A few things to keep in mind as you build this into your workflow. Do save your best prompt as a reusable template so every team member gets consistent output. Do review AI summaries before they go into the official record. Do start with lower stakes internal handoff documents before moving to attorney review materials. Do not paste confidential client information into a free public AI tool without first checking your firm's data privacy policy. Do not skip the review step. AI summaries are a starting point, not a finished product. AI is not replacing the expertise you bring to every transaction. It is handling the paperwork so you can focus on what only you can do. Ready to find out exactly where AI fits into your practice? Here is your next step. Every hour saved on file summaries is an hour back for client service, revenue-generating work, or simply going home on time. Book a free 15-minute AI audit, and we will map out exactly where AI fits into your title, escrow, or real estate law practice. We will identify the highest impact opportunities specific to your workflows, your team size, and your transaction volume. No generic advice, just a clear plan built around how your practice actually operates. Subscribe to catch our next deep dive on AI tools for real estate closings and transaction management.